Hey guys, we're live apparently. How's it going? I was in the middle of doing something and then I was like, I'll just continue on the stream because I needed to start it. I didn't want to like be late to the stream. I didn't even check if my audio was correct. It's not. Fantastic. Literally not the right microphone. This is the right microphone. Hopefully that sounds different or better. I don't know. There's nobody here apparently. I'm talking to myself. I'm starting early, so there were people who were here earlier. There's 7 people here. Okay, was lying to me. StreamYard was lying to me. There were people who were here earlier. I see. Thank you to Sammy, Kian, and Scholarly Coffee. Thank you for coming. I had my cousins were over, so I was just like chilling and talking today, and everyone was like, "Your hair looks so good." And this is my first time seeing my hair like since it dried, and honestly, like they were right. Anyways, how's it going? Who's here now? There's like 5 people here. We haven't started yet, so I just started early because I was like, let me like just start the stream and rather than get sucked into this task. I'm working on a resume, which I'm not really working on it. I'm just reformatting it. So what? Why do I have so many documents open? I don't. Sometimes I have too many open and I get stressed out. Hold on, let me close this. What is this? Feeding habits what? Oh, this is such a funny document to find. This is a list of scenes purely where Lonan like collapses dramatically. I made a literal list. Okay, well I have to save that at some point. What is this? Oh, okay. This was when I was okay, sorry. That was just I'm looking at a poem and there was a poem that I really liked from Richie Hoffman that came out in Yale Review, I think, and I just wanted to play around with the line breaks. So I ended up copying it down and playing with the line break. I didn't save it because I just deleted it because I don't need to save it. But that's a really cool exercise if you're trying to get into poetry and you don't really understand how enjambment works. Sorry, let me like move my mic. I'm just talking because I was like, who's here? And there are people here now. So, hi Caitlin. Oh, hi Kian. I'm good. How's my day? I've had a lot, like, that's good. Look, it's better. I've just sort of been like in a different state of mind because I have been applying to different jobs and it's been nice because I'm not basically like, I've been only applying to publishing jobs and I was like really close to getting one of them. And there might be something that comes out of that. I still don't know. I'm kind of like I have no idea. But it was like a 2-month process and I did end up getting that specific job. And so publishing jobs are kind of like they're quite tough to get right now. They're just quite few and far in between. So I'm looking at different jobs right now, and that's been a lot of fun. It's honestly been very fun to like look at different nonprofits because I'm really into like working at. I mean, I volunteer at a nonprofit right now, so I would really not be opposed to working at other sort of nonprofits. I love doing community work, and I come from a community where that community work is like really critical to the functioning of the community. Oh my god, so many times I said that word. Anyways, so that's what I've been doing. I've been looking for jobs in that field. So I need to work on one. So we're gonna start kind of early because I need to get this application in during the writing sprint. Hi Reese. Hi Thine. Hi Andrea. Hi Dallin. Hi Mira. Hi. I'm not gonna say that. Okay. Hi Kiki. Hi. Oh, I just messaged you. I think you got back to me. Hi Brandy, long-time watcher, first time making it to a live chat. Oh yay! Oh my gosh, long-time watcher. Well, thank you for coming. You're in a what? A cafe? A cafe? Did you mean? I'm in a cafe again. Oh, and my charger is apparently broken. Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. Oh no. I hope that it magically revives itself. I hate when tech things happen. I'm like, can you just like magically fix it? Oh, Tate is a cafe. Ooh, that's interesting. I have not heard of that. Cool. That's a nice name. Hi, Sammy. I've just been in a writing slump. I have not written since last week, so I feel you. Tea is from this morning. I probably shouldn't be drinking it. Hi, Jonathan. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope so too. I've been taking a break from writing, so Oh, that sprung very nicely. Nice, thank you, hair. Anyways, so I feel that. Um, Hopefully we can get back into it together. Oh, it's a chain in the Northeast US. Oh, cool. I've not heard of it. That's awesome. Maybe if I'm ever in the Northeast US, I have to go visit one. Yeah, so what's happening? I feel like the last week was kind of long. I don't know why I feel that way, but it like the last stream felt like 20 million years ago. I don't know why. Um, but tomorrow I'm excited. Who is messaging me? Oh, my best friend is gonna come over. Great. I am meeting a friend tomorrow, so I'm really excited. And we're gonna be doing a whole bunch of things, so I'm really hyped. Um, I don't have friends in the city, so it's really nice to actually have a friend to go out with. So I'm excited about that. I was at an event earlier this week, a publishing thing for the nonprofit I volunteer with, and that was nice. It was also downtown, so I had to do that. Oh, I'm just me. This is like my what day in the life segment. I've been doing running. The running update. If you haven't been following me on my side blog, you're gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I have been running it's for 5 weeks. I was talking to my cousins earlier and they're much older than me and like they were very supportive. And I was like, oh my God. And my brother, who's usually like a hater and really mean to me about everything, just kidding. But like that's his stick. Like he's kind of just like he's like a hater, like that's sort of like that. My brother Liam is just that's his attitude about everything. He was very supportive yesterday. I was telling him I was a bit frustrated because I just had to stop my run yesterday. It just didn't. It was not. If I wanted to injure myself, I could have continued that run. But and he was like, "Oh, it happens. Sometimes you just have to take extra." I was like, "Why? Are you supposed to, what? Um, this doesn't feel right." Anyways, so when I was going to the event on Tuesday, I had to schedule in my mind. I was like, shit, I have to do my run today, even though I have to go downtown because I didn't do it yesterday because I had to take a rest day and I didn't schedule things right because I had to take a little extra time off from last week to rest more. Anyways, long story short, I I pulled my calf muscle on my right calf, which has been bugging me for the last 2 weeks. Not that bad, to be honest. It's only been like slightly tight, but I proper pulled it on my last run, 2 runs ago, actually. And so whatever, I was like, okay. When I was downtown, I was like limping around. It was it was fine. I was doing stretching or whatever. And then so I gave it 2 days or whatever, and it felt fine. I was like, oh, this is gonna be fine to run on. It wasn't gonna be a problem. And it's like sort of like an intuit, like you have to be intuitive about like, I don't know. That's how it is for me. Cause like sometimes I'm like, if I'm not sure that I can actually run, I won't actually do it. But anyways, yesterday I went on my run and I was very excited about it. I prepped like crazy. I was so happy because like I was able like to I know this is not gonna make any sense to the 18 people watching this being like if I don't give context, but I haven't been able to touch my toes in years, and especially because of my back pain. It was there was like a foot of space. Like I could not. Bitch, I was touching the ground yesterday, like my palms flat on the ground. Like I was kicking ass yesterday with my stretching. And then then I went for my run and my other calf, the one that wasn't injured, the exact same thing happened within the first minute. I was so irritated. I was like, girl, we're gonna restart this weekend. 'Cause I can't. So that was annoying. So I probably have to reschedule that for Sunday. So now I have to switch my running week. Because typically I started again on Sunday. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It happens. Last week it was like the knee problems. This week is the calf problems. I'm like, if I'm gonna have to deal with shin problems, the next week I'm gonna lose my shit. Anyways, so that's what I've been doing. Just watched your vlog. I'm so not used to having content scheduled that I forgot I put it up, and then I was like, oh yeah, let me go like share it. Thank you for watching it. Also writing an entire novel by hand. Oh, I think I saw your comment. I think you might have left a comment. Yeah, I've been really enjoying it. I haven't had lots of time to handwrite lately. Why is my mouse? I'm sorry. There we go. My mouse just did a whole bunch of things. Okay. I haven't had a lot of time to write lately because I've been working on job stuff. Anyways, um ooh, updates on Tate. Apparently Tate is actually only in Boston and DC. But in my defense, there's like 10 Tates 2 radius of me. So that I was everywhere. Oh, sometimes there might be at one point I might be in DC sometime at one point in the next section of my life. So maybe at that point I can I can go. Shin problems are the worst. Chronic pain more. I know. Yeah, I'm lucky. I haven't had any shin problems since I started running. Almost 6 weeks ago. I'm kind of lucky, but coming to Boston instead. I've never been to Boston, but I'd love to go. I think it would be nice. A lot of my books were set in Boston. Lonen's like home is like in Boston, so you hang out with him like fictionally. Thank you for the comments. They really do help, honestly. Like they help a lot. I'm a DC. I've never heard of Tate. Gonna go to one. What's your favorite thing to get there, Kiki? Hi Ronan. Where's Lonan from? Okay, so the Lonan backstory. He was born and raised like early childhood in Oregon. So he's like a PNW baby. And then he moved to New York and lived in like Syracuse for a long time. But I think to him, home is Boston. Like if he thinks of home, it would be Boston because that's where he moved again. That's where most of the books took place, actually. That's his place. Okay, you like the hot cocoa. I should canon like Lonan going there because he likes hot chocolate too. Like he's a hot chocolate person. You need to judge him based on his neighborhood. I don't actually know if I ever got that specific with it. It was back in the older books. So why don't like you can decide. I'll put the power in your hands. And if I ever write him in Boston, I'll take your word for it. But where in Boston? Yeah, I don't know. But you decide. I'd be very happy to take your advice on it because it was back when I was very young and I didn't do any research into setting, so it's just like an amorphous place. But anyways, yeah. So that's where he's from. My YouTube premium trial ended, and I'm so upset. The ads are gonna kill me. I was too spoiled with a 3-month free trial. I know I'm a YouTuber and I love YouTube and I've been like a YouTube child, but I don't watch a lot of YouTube anymore. I watch YouTube shorts sometimes, every day. Okay. But I haven't watched like long form YouTube content in a while. I don't know why. So leave your recommendations is what I'm saying. Because I love YouTube. I grew up on YouTube. Lonan would be from Cambridge and say he's from Boston. Yeah, that would probably be something that he'd do. So I trust you on that. You want to be selfish and put him in my neighborhood. You can do that. That's fine. I'll take your word for it. But yeah, that's kind of where he's most connected to. I really should write him going back because he hasn't in like the literary fiction canon. But anyways, Caitlin says, I handed in my creative writing dissertation today. Oh, nice. So I'm glad I can use this live as an escape from the fear. Well, congrats. That is a really big step. What can I ask? You don't have to answer. Just ignore if you don't want to, but like, what was it about? Worst question to ask. Lonan would not be from here. He kind of gives vibes of like, where are you from? Because like, you just like, I don't know. He's like he doesn't give like he's from anywhere. He gives that he's from like, I don't know, another planet. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know what city feels most like him. I have no idea. People don't move here on purpose. He did for a reason. I don't know why. Recently started rewatching Corey Kenshin's Spooky Scary Sunday. What is that? That sounds very fun. I also watch Markiplier, Burlese, and me. I keep you company. That's awesome. Yeah, I used to watch my own YouTube videos a lot. Somebody said that was so weird. Somebody like on a running video that I was like one of the runners that I was watching his video or YouTube short or something was saying like he's watching his YouTube video and people in the comments were like, that's so weird that you watch your own videos. Like what? Why would you do that? And I was like, do you know how hard it is to edit a YouTube video? Sometimes like you just want to rewatch like your hard work and like it's like rereading your own writing. Like you want to watch like the cool editing thing you did or something. Ooh, okay, we got information on the dissertation. It's a short story inspired by American Psycho about a guy, who's given divorce papers and goes on a killing spree, but he projects and thinks it's a monster, not him. Oh, that's so interesting. That's right up my alley. That sounds so cool. Yeah. Right? I read my own books all the time. This is what I'm saying. People think it's weird that YouTubers rewatch their own work, and I'm like, I'm not watching it to watch myself. First of all, I don't even when I watch my own videos, I'm like, who is that? I don't even know who that is when I watch my videos. Second of all, like it's more just for the editing. Like it's usually because I spent a long time editing it, and I just want to. I'm like, oh, that's so cool, like that thing that I did or whatever. I'm like, oh, I'm so happy I was able to figure out how to do that thing. So I don't think it's that odd, to be honest. But I used to watch them a lot when I was like 2019, 2020. I used to rewatch my videos a lot. I don't watch them anymore. But Brandy says, I have exciting news. I reread a first draft I wrote a few years ago and liked it. Yay! So I'm revising it. This is my first time revising a novel length project. Oh, well, congrats. That's a big deal. I'm so happy you're able to rediscover it and fall in love with it. That's amazing. Okay, we have info on Spooky Scary Sunday. It's a show where every Sunday we come together like the tribe we watch the internet's scariest videos that you guys send in. It's more spooky, scary one day. Oh, is it really scary? Like what kind of scary? I'm too scared of like ghosts. Ghosts scare me. I don't think I could handle ghosts. I read my own books. I read my own books and laugh at my bad writing, but I can also get past it because I know what I was thinking and I can just envision that instead of the bad writing. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too with my like bad writing or whatever. Yeah, that's great. Hello, hi. Yes, I am having a good day. It's just kind of like shitty outside. It's not that nice. So it's kind of like if it was sunny, it would be like the perfect day. Enjoying your old writing is one of the best feelings. I agree. It is so fun. I think there's a level of distance. Like when I read like book 3 or something like that, I wrote in 2015, like book 3 Fostered. Like I don't be like, oh, the writing is so bad. No, it's like you get to a point where that doesn't matter. Like it's just you can just enjoy it because yeah. But there's certain projects like if I reread Feeding Habits right now, I don't think I would be able to enjoy it. I think I need to give myself enough time. Yeah. YouTube and TikTok are my only social media at the moment. I had to log out of my Tumblr for my mental health, to be honest. I was posting my fanfic on there. I was obsessed with the interaction or lack thereof. And yeah, I know a lot of people really struggle with sort of like the interaction and everything. It can be pretty tough. So I get that. I think, doing what's best for your mental health makes the most sense. I love YouTube. Yeah, but like I said, I don't watch a lot of the long form videos anymore. I probably should. Anyways. No. A bunch of finance businessmen from the offices nearby have invaded the topic. No. I'm trying to decide what I want to write after uni because I have a first chapter I wrote for uni that I wanted to turn into a novel. But I feel like I need a break from things I wrote in uni. Yeah, I think, sometimes you have to kind of experiment. It's always fun to work on a little project. When I finished my degree, I wrote a chapbook like in June. The one I always talk about that chapbook, and that was a nice little project that was different from what I'd written in school because I hadn't written, first of all, not in my point of view. When it came to a poem, I'd never written a chapbook either, so that was nice. It's not really scary, the Scary Sunday thing. It's more so hyping up horror channels, so other YouTubers that make horror content in some form. Whether it's a short movie. Oh, that is super cool. I love finding out more about like the little niches on YouTube too. Well, I'm not saying it's little. I'm sure it's a very like substantial niche. Oh, speaking of niches and like big deals, did you guys notice that I hit 10,000 subscribers on this channel? I posted about it on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube. I haven't posted about it on YouTube. I need to make a whole post about it. That's why I just haven't had I want to give it like enough like of my bandwidth. But I post about it on Tumblr. But that's a pretty big deal. Biggest deal ever, I think. Jada just joined us. Hello, thanks for joining us. Yeah, we did it a little later today because I figured there would be people over at my house. So I was like, let me try a little later. But anyway, so yeah, we hit 10K on the channel. It's a really, really, really big deal to me. I don't like I don't process things in like gigantic ways. So like I'm not like bouncing off the walls about it, but it's really exciting. It's really cool. To put it in perspective, I hit 1,000 subscribers in 2020. So it's like a 9,000 subscriber increase in 4 years. And it's never about numbers for me. Like, I don't give a fuck about numbers. Like, But I just think it's cool because like when I had first started this channel, I didn't think like I would ever hit 10,000. Like 10,000 felt like so far away. And on AuthorTube, like 10,000 is such like a substantial number, I think, of people. There aren't that many AuthorTube channels that have hit 10,000 subscribers, I don't think, because there are not that many AuthorTube channels. So it's really nice. Well, there are, but it's hard to discover the smaller ones. That's why those videos that showcase smaller channels is great. Anyways, so that's pretty good. I'm trying to think of what to do to celebrate. Usually I would just do a live stream, but like I've been doing these every week, so it doesn't feel like it's like celebratory enough to just do a live stream. So anyways, I'd love to do something. I don't know what. I'm trying to think. But yeah, it's a pretty big deal. I think 15-year-old Rachel would be like, "What? Crazy." Yeah, a whole ton of people watching a channel. I know, it's a lot of people. Been here before 2020. Really? That's awesome. Thank you. For me, I always think fondly of my channel. Like in 2019, I think was my favorite content that I put out because it just felt like it was my favorite. I don't know, looking back on it now, if I go watch those videos, if I feel the same way. But 2019, I think I was really kind of stepping into it. So it was very nice. Thank you for all the congratulations. Thanks, Aaliyah. Thank you. Thank you, Kian. I've been watching you since like 2K. Wow. Me and Shaylin. Yeah, Shaylin's the best. I should text them. Anyways, so that's cool. Like 10K on AuthorTube feels like a 100K like silver play button on AuthorTube because it's such a small niche, so it feels like a big deal. I'm really happy about it. Especially like what happened is I don't know if you guys are aware. Oh god. Disconnected. There we go. Sorry, my HDMI disconnected. One of my videos kind of like hit the algorithm, which is nice. It didn't go viral because it's not necessarily. It's almost like at 80,000 views now, which is crazy. It's like my most viewed video. So that short story video really brought in new people. So I'm happy that like my niche writing lore on like how to write a short story is what reached people. What's so interesting to me about that video is it's reached a lot of high school students. I think a high school teacher used like my video, like maybe like in Google Classroom or something, because you can see as a YouTuber, you can see where people are watching your videos. I can't see who, but I can see, the percentage of where where you're watching or whatever. I think it's quite a bit in Google Classroom. It's so interesting. So I have a feeling somebody maybe showed it to their class. I think it's cool. That doesn't really happen to my content. I don't have very popular content on AuthorTube, so it feels nice. Yeah, not that I care about the views all that much. I don't really. I used to, not that much anymore though. I was deep on writer YouTube in like 2018. I was subscribed to a bunch of tiny channels. That's awesome. Yeah, I've been on AuthorTube since it started, since before it started. So it's so interesting to see it grow. It's changed. It got quite commercial and now it's kind of chilled out. I think it's now back to more like lifestyle. It started out very advice heavy, yeah, then got very commercial, very, very commercial, very quick. Then now it's kind of more lifestyle-y, which I appreciate because I don't really care for the commercial content so much. How long? I don't know how long I've been here, but I've watched back to blue-haired Rachel. Oh, that's so nice that you've watched all those videos. I have to go back and watch some of my old videos. Maybe I'll do that for the 10K video. The fostered speed paints. Oh my god, that's a long time ago. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, it feels really nice. I was surprised that I hit it the day I did. I thought it would take till the next day. And so when I refreshed my app, because I just go to check if there are comments. I read every single comment, by the way. Even if I don't reply, it's because I've been having like capacity issues for like a year. So, but even if I don't reply, I'm always there and I always read them. So, anyways, I was looking at one of the comments and then I refreshed the page and it was like 10,000 subscribers. It was crazy because if I hadn't screenshotted it then, like tons more people subscribed after. So I'm happy I had the 10,000 screenshot. I do have to post about it because I'll get a little gushy. I've been on AuthorTube since the pandemic. I discovered you through Shaylin. Oh, nice. Yeah, a lot of people found my channel in the pandemic, I think, in 2020, because pandemic is. She's still here. It's interesting to see the changes over the years with channels. Yeah, I think so. I don't really know who's still making content right now. I used to watch a lot more AuthorTube, but I don't really watch writing advice videos so much anymore. Nor do I make them really anymore. What do you mean by commercial era? There was a time, I would say, like between like 2019 and 2021 where like all the content was like, it felt like kind of like more produced. Like even my own content felt that way. I don't know how to explain it. Lot of information about like selling and marketing and all that stuff. And those videos still exist and they're helpful. But I don't think it's so much primarily that anymore. I see a lot more like, yeah, the lifestyle kind of writing blogs, kind of chill videos, stuff like that. Well, Shaylin's the best, so I'm happy that you discovered me through them. It got super publishing heavy and focused on industry and stuff like that. Yeah. But now I think because the post-pandemic industry is so different, maybe it's harder to make content on the industry because it changes like every single day. Yeah, chill people writing stories. I feel like that's what it is now. I don't think it ever really started out like that. It started as like advice on like self-publishing, and then yeah, got kind of very commercial. Now it's much chiller, which I like. A lot of the writing advice videos are just not good. Especially certain creators who disparage other people's writing processes. Well, that's something I really, really dislike. As well. I really dislike when other people, for the sake of an advice video, will like disparage I mean, it's the reason why I'll let you in on that. The reason I've made a couple of my videos is I've seen some things that I don't like, and I just want other people to know that there are other kind of voices and thoughts on it. It's just because one person said that doesn't mean it's true. But I don't make advice videos anymore because I have a very complicated relationship with writing advice. I don't also want to be like gatekeepy about information. So I don't mean to say that like I don't want to share my knowledge. That's not what I mean. I just have a complicated relationship with like I've had a very nuanced relationship with the writing advice period and like learning how to write or whatever. But I think if I make craft videos, first of all, they just take a while and I haven't had anything interesting to say in a while. I have meant to talk about my circular plot structure though. I would like to talk about that. It would more be like sort of like the writing theory that I brainstorm myself. That would be better to me. There's some videos that I don't like that I made either. Yeah, sometimes you try things and you're like, why did I do that? Anyways, and you think things and you're like, why did I think that? I genuinely used to think that you had to write literary fiction before you wrote genre fiction. What the fuck? What? We can talk about that. It's definitely died down to chill videos is because people just want to be kinder than themselves. I love to see that and do more things just for fun rather than make money since the pandemic. I think I've seen that too. Like, I think it's good to see like an increase in sort of like self-care on AuthorTube because it got kind of annoying. Love it very much. I mean, I've been watching since I was 12. Yeah, 12. But yeah, I like the videos where people can be more like authentic to themselves or whatever. And also like industry advice. You also have to be careful about what industry advice you take because it depends on where you are in the world. If you're trying to like, if it was like an American industry and you're American, or you're like trying to do the US sort of market or whatever, you're trying to pitch there, that makes sense to take the advice. But like the Canadian publishing industries also are very different. Also, depending where you are in the Canadian publishing industries, lit mag publishing is very different to book publishing. Coming back to author talk, you have hot takes. Well, we can talk about them. Let's talk about them. Yes, Bill. I mean, you can. Safe space. I'm not trying to bring down. There are a couple people that I won't talk about, but I won't bring down people by name or anything. That's not that serious. But I just think there's like certain things about like the world and how they approach things that obviously leak into author. But I haven't found that that's sort of like anything that's affected the content that I watch. I think it's also important now that there's a lot more like diversity in terms of the type of content to like find the content that makes you feel better. Like, I think I would be very irritated watching my content in 2021, which was very like advice heavy and like do this, not that, which I never approached writing advice that way. I always made that clear. But Also, my advice, there was advice. So it's hard to not be black and white when you're giving advice. Anyway, true advice videos have never been helpful for me, and I've always felt like wrong for that. Way less now, but when I was younger, yeah, you're not wrong for, first of all, writing has no rules because who makes up the, you know what I'm saying? Like, who is deciding? I mean, like, if there's one thing that's what I learned in my degree is just like, it's like, this is stupid at one point. Like, why is there like a certain precedent that needs to be set before, for how to do something that's creative? Like, we can relax. Especially for people who are on AuthorTube, because writing is just a hobby and they don't, or they're like me and they're like, they're not trying to go hard on a publishing career, just kind of like chilling or whatever. Like, it can be really, really polarizing, I think, to hear a whole bunch of people yelling at you. I found you through YouTube itself. Oh, well, thank you, YouTube. Well, YouTube has its own problems. Thank you for that, YouTube. I was searching for writer YouTubers and just saw your videos. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for watching them. Writing is just, I see I just stirred up hella conversation as I'm going through the comments. Writing is just so individual. I think it's hard to encapsulate advice for the masses in one video by one person. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, but in my descriptions, I have a disclaimer that talks about how I'm just one person. So for my advice videos particularly, it's in all my descriptions, but like to not, anyway, just to like not take my word as like, this is the law or whatever. I'm just one person and you follow what works best for you is what I say in my description. Like writing advice videos in some capacity, but sometimes writing advice is very like, I don't think it's always constructive advice people can apply. Some creators seem too critical. I don't like that approach. I've never liked the approach of yelling at people in order to teach them something. I don't think that teaches anything. I recently had an AuthorTuber come at me. What? For taking an unconventional process, saying how my work was going to fail because of it. Well, that person should not have done that. That's terrible. I'm very sorry that happened to you. What the fuck? Okay. Mainly, I got put off a few creators because it feels like a lot of craft theory gets flattened into objective writing rules in the name of advice without much nuance. I feel you, man. I feel you. Yeah. That's why I think it's really hard to make like writing advice videos. Like, even you'll see my writing advice videos are very long because it's hard to make them short. So I think when you're making a short video, which makes sense, some people don't have time to make like a 25-minute video or whatever. Even like mine are usually like 40 minutes when I make craft videos, so 35 minutes. It can just like really cut out a lot of information. And yeah, I haven't made a writing advice video in so long. It's probably been like 2 years since I last made an advice video. Feels very exploitative to me. Ooh, yes, because younger/newer writers are looking up to people with platforms, and it can create a power dynamic if you're not careful. I have a lot of, yep. I just say yep to that. I have thoughts. I won't say them here though. Yes, I agree. I think there's a lot of young people learning how to write from YouTube because like Gen Z are on YouTube, like younger Gen Z, because I know I'm Gen Z too. And it's always kind of good to be aware of like the people who are watching you. Now, the people who watch my channel are not super young. They're not usually teenagers. There are some teenagers, so I'm very aware of that when I'm making content. Most of them are 18 to 24, but I'm sure that I know for a fact that there would be other channels that I can think of that would have younger audiences too. I'm sorry, I'm very behind on these comments. Your novel's a circular story. I love playing with style and form, but I feel like I've struggled to find critique partners who are interested in reading that and not just what's most publishable. You and me both, buddy. I feel that I love circular stories, and it can be hard to sort of like, how does this work to somebody or whatever. I want to make my video really bad on my plot structure. It's something I came up with myself, and I'm very proud of it. I haven't written it since Body Back because none of my projects have really required that structure, but it was so nice to think of the, having the theme and then everything relates to that theme, which a lot of people write it that way, but the way I think of it, it's more of the thinking process rather than like how it actually turns out. Do you have advice for starting a YouTube channel? Yeah, I mean, I know it's a very, very boring advice, but do what's best for you, like your things that you actually genuinely want to make. Stay authentic to yourself. It's fine if you're awkward. You're going to be very awkward in the first couple of videos. It's fine. Like, I'm awkward still in my own videos. You'll get more comfortable with that as it goes. So a lot of people like delete a lot of videos before they upload one. You can do that if that makes you more comfortable, but don't worry about it if that's the case, because everybody, you can fix a lot of awkwardness in editing too, because I'm very awkward when I'm talking and I fix it in editing. And then also, technical advice, audio is more important than your visuals. So even if you have like a phone, your phone is gonna have pretty good audio, so that's fine. But yeah, just no, not reload site. Thank you. Sorry. Um, just be yourself. I know that's like the worst advice ever. If you want more specific advice, feel free to ask. There was such a push toward writing to sell in that era. It was kind of disheartening. For sure, for sure. I think that's sort of like a big thing on Twitter right now. I don't like being on Twitter for that reason. Mainly though, I just ignore those creators now and focus on creators I like. Yeah, I prefer personalized writing process talk. I feel that, and I also ignore those creators too. Just say do not recommend. um, Writing advice that's centered more on personal experience and suggestions for things you can do rather than rules or the creator being the teacher who knows something you don't. Yeah, I agree. Especially like, I mean, like, I think what I like is like knowledge that comes from like an experience, sort of like what you're saying. Because then it makes sense as to why the person's sharing it. But like if somebody's just sharing like a blanket statement, this is how all good writing is. Be like, but how did you deduce that? Like, and who are you to say? I was a rigid outliner, especially because I'm an underwriter, so I felt like I needed to know everything that happened. Oh, interesting. I've written multiple novels and now I'm just pantsing a book for the first time. It's going so much better and way more enjoyable. Yeah. There's a particular creator. I really don't like the approach. I don't like it. So I have to always, it's very easy to just, the best thing to do when you don't like content, do not recommend, and sometimes it really bugs me. So yeah, focusing on the content that is better instead of like stressing yourself out with like content that's like, what the hell? I don't like this. Biggest writing advice or tip thing is bad words can be good words later. Oh, and if the good words you wrote aren't good for what you're writing, they can be good elsewhere. And oh, work in progress journal. Yeah, I love those. I love that. Um, yeah, I try to reframe it as like there's like no bad sentences, no bad chapters, nothing. It's not bad. Like what the bad? Sometimes, okay, fine. Sometimes if you want to say it's bad, it's bad. But I have to be careful when I start saying my writing is bad, because then what happened to Hallowed Bodies is going to happen. Because I just started unabashedly saying this is bad, and then it started like affecting me. So Garth Greenwell essay about Raven Leilani has some great takes about a writer's education. Yeah, Garth Greenwell has great takes about writing education. Period. I'm very irritated about my writing education in some avenues, for particular reasons that are sort of related to kind of what he says. So he basically said there's no education to master, and you can't reduce writing theory to a set of rules like how to build a table. I agree, because like I've been writing for 10 years and somebody would be like, oh, so you're like done, like you figured it all out. So I have no idea how to do so many things, and that's not how I view writing. I don't view it as like a, let me put this chip in place and like I'll make the progress and I'll meet the 100% bar or whatever. Like that's not how I view it. It's more just like a practice that changes every day over time. Like it's fine for it to change. And if my writing changes in a way that I like, that's good. I think he found you through KM. Who is KM? During Christmas break when I was religiously watching writing videos. That's why I refuse to get a writing degree. I always wanted to as a kid, but now I'm just like, they're not going to teach me anything. I agree with you. They won't. Thank you for coming, Brandy. We're going to write soon. I'm sorry we didn't get to write yet. In a second. He also said he sees each new project as a starting from a place of complete ignorance. This is how I feel when I'm writing, because everything he says, I'm like, this is so me, King. Like, because every project needs a different set of craft theory, or using craft theory in a different way. This is how I view it. Doesn't matter how much things like I've written. I never know anything when I'm going into a project, and that's good. I think what I have faith in is that, I think the longer you write, or like the more over time, like the more faith, hope maybe you'll have that you can figure it out. But sometimes there's still things I can't figure out, and that's fine. It's just like I keep trying. Thank thing about AuthorTube and other places with resources like advice is that it's free education. Yeah, right. And writing education in schools or uni is so inaccessible. So it's an important educational space. This is the thing I love about AuthorTube in that it can be like the free educational space. And honestly, like you will 100% learn way more on AuthorTube than you will in a writing degree. Like in terms of like what people think of a writing degree, like at least how mine worked, it's not like tips. You're not sitting down and talking about like how to do something, which maybe is what the writing degree should be. But anyways, I think it's better to have a space where you can actually access information for free, especially for people who want to just try new things. I get a lot of comments from like older people who have, started something after retiring or started something on the side or whatever. And that's amazing that they have access to information. So I never wanted to seem like gatekeeping. That's what I was saying about gatekeeping, because I don't want it to seem that way either. Realizing Gen Zs are practically adults now makes me feel like an exhumed mummy. I'm ancient. Gen Zs are adults. The oldest Gen Z is 27, I think. So, which is why creators need to be considerate about how they're presenting their resources / advice. Yeah, that's why I haven't really focused on advice recently. I think how I've always approached advice, or how I try to approach advice, is from a place of empathy and from a place of like encouraging people to actually like their writing. And I don't like the videos of mine that don't do that. I don't know if there actually are any videos or if it's just the titles that make it seem that way. So I don't really remember. Because it's very unfortunate too. I've talked about this before, but AuthorTube or YouTube rewards negativity in the algorithm. It really does. At least in my experience, especially on AuthorTube, saying like, oh, the worst things in writing, or the 10 mistakes that you're making, or like, this is the reason you suck. Like the titles like that are what do better. So as an AuthorTuber, I was trying to like test the algorithm in 2021. I was doing that a lot with thumbnails and titles and everything. It's so interesting to like kind of track that data. And I hate that. Like the negativity is so rewarded. And sometimes I won't lie. Sometimes I still kind of have to fall into that, because I'm like, but I try not to, because I don't want people to watch my videos because they think I'm going to like drag myself in them, Sometimes you think writing advice videos too generally vague, like they give basic tips and won't show you how to apply them. I think seeing the examples is what I want to do more in writing advice videos. More like, how can I not say advice videos? Like, I don't know, man. Like tutorials? I don't know. Didn't learn how to write through AuthorTube entirely. I mostly learned through role playing on Instagram. Interesting. That is so interesting. Oh, I love that. Let's see. I think a lot of topics get covered by a lot of different creators. So unless someone's content is personalized, it can get repetitive and vague over time. Yeah. I think most of my writing advice video, I tried to keep as specific to me as possible. But there are some videos that are probably vaguer. Can't remember which ones. I haven't made one in so long. I can't remember. But I can't make those vague videos anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah, and the advice does get regurgitated because this is what people are used to hearing. So then they just repeat it. Yes, I do love when I hear people talk about their own experiences too. It's very helpful. Chris was talking about, I mentioned it, was it in this writing vlog today that went up? I can't remember. But in her video where she was talking about her book, The Retelling, she was talking about, I was just hearing her talk about like publishing and anxiety or whatever. That helped me so much, like learn so much, versus like, here's like 5 tips on how to do something. So I wouldn't underestimate the power of like sort of like anecdotal advice too. The way I want to know who the creator is so bad. Oh, there are many of them. Don't worry. I've been writing for 13 years or something. I have no idea how to introduce a character. Yeah, so real. I struggle with dialogue. I feel like my dialogue isn't all that good. Or at least I don't know how to see it. Like, I don't know how to see it as like, how is this dialogue functioning well in the narrative? My eyes, I'm just realizing. I'm like, sorry, looking at my eyes, and I'm so used to seeing like the little white underneath because I have like the cursed eyes or whatever, the ones where it means you like gonna experience misfortune. But because of the angle, they don't exist. So I'm not used to seeing my eyes where you can't see the white. Anyway, sorry. Tangent. I'm gonna write in a second. Actually, right. I need to send this job application. It's a red flag to me if a writer or any creative really sees themselves as a master. Like you always have capacity to learn. I think it's important to let yourself be an amateur. So let me say, in second year university, I was like an asshole. Like I like turned into a straight up asshole where I thought like I had learned absolutely everything. And I was like, yeah, I think I mastered them so much better than everybody and I know everything. Maybe it was because like I had people in school like really like nothing against these people or anything, but I had sort of like instructors. I don't know. There was a sort of like it was a lot of pressure, I think, because like people really liked my writing in first year, which I'm most of the time I want to emphasize, like 90% of the time it was actually very encouraging. But also at one point it made me kind of develop this thing of like, okay, I've got it all. Cause look at me, I'm so ahead, you know? And then it like kind of kicked me in the ass and like in like 2021 or 2020 I can't remember when I was writing feeding habits like kicked me in the actual ass and like I yeah and I was like oh I actually don't know a lot of things and and since then I think being more humble about sort of because I also think it's important to like oh I'm good at certain things and I know that I'm good at I think that genuinely I'm a good writer whatever that fucking means you know in to me like I like reading my own writing so that's good I think it's good to acknowledge those things I also think that I will learn forever I'm really proud of, like, being able to, like, write a lot, like, and, you know, not write a lot, write for a long time is what I meant, like, I'm proud of that, I was able to write for 10 years, whatever, but, uh, it's the beginning, girl, like, I it's gonna be forever, so, that's been a nice sort of mindset shift, it's a lot less pressure that way to, like, try new things and fail at them, so it doesn't matter because 'cause I'm like, "Okay, I'm learning forever." I wanna go to uni for creative writing once I'm done my current degree, but I'm worried about that. Yeah, if you need advice or just you know where to go, you can message me. It depends on what you're looking for out of it. I also had my degree completely interrupted by COVID. I couldn't really make any friends either. It was easier when I had like buddies to talk to, but it was kind of impossible to do that in COVID, or you know, impossible for me. Let's see. Hi, Micah. I think I remember from last time. Sorry, I'm behind like by almost 10 minutes on comments. Right. If you're in the US, I have said this a couple times, I would really not do a degree, like an undergrad degree, unless you have the funding to do it, because the tuition in Canada is a million times cheaper. My tuition I mentioned on the last stream was $6,500 a year, and I had a scholarship that I had to upkeep a GPA for that paid for all of my tuition. Um, so I would not get a creative writing degree unless you have a way to fund it. Like don't go into debt for a creative writing degree is my advice. I've said that in my videos. If you watch my video I did with my best friend, the English versus creative writing video, and I talk a lot about it. Don't get a creative writing degree if you don't have a way to fund it. Yeah. That's why I hate things like masterclass because it's paid service that costs a fortune for something you could access on YouTube for free. I've never used a masterclass. I want to do the one from is it NK Jemisin has one, but from what I've kind of seen from masterclass, I think it's kind of like basic information. I don't know if it's all that. You know, I think you could probably find the information on YouTube. Yeah. Oof. Biggest mistakes newer writers make videos used to stress me out so much when I was younger. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I hope I never made any videos like that. Because I don't like those videos either. Oh, I think I did. I think I made one. I can't remember. I think I made one though. I don't like them. I don't approach things like that anymore. Um, check out book signings and other stuff for usually free for smaller authors, and the smaller the author, the more personal they can be to discuss writing. Yeah. Um, and also like don't be afraid to like make up your own like kind of theories. Like read something and you're like, "Oh, but I don't have any qualification to like come up with anything about what I felt about." Well, yeah, now you do. Like go read it, and if you feel something about it and you feel like they're doing something with the writing, you can also learn from yourself too. That's kind of how I feel like I learn a lot right now, and I learn from other writers too. That's how I primarily learn. I don't usually use advice videos anymore. I just see it as craft theory instead of advice. Yes. That's how I view it too. That's exciting that somebody else views it that way as well. Um, because it is. I think that's what I realized when I went to university. I was like, this is just a theory. Like, there's no proof. um, Masterclass does have great free articles. They have a really good one on punctuating dialogue, that I use myself. I don't know how to do that either. I have no idea. Beat sheets. I think a lot of people like the tough love or say they like the tough love advice. I don't. It makes me sad. Um, I'm so behind on these comments. I'm so sorry. I don't think I can read all of them. Don't pay too much attention to structure while writing. Me neither. That's one of the things I want to explore. I'm sorry you have to go now. Thank you for coming, Sammy. You're probably gone now though, because it's been like 6 minutes. I'm behind on comments. Yes, I see advice sometimes too, and I'm like, I'm gonna scroll past that. Um, I love writing dialogue. I do a lot of screenwriting, so minimal description. Oh, nice, and lots of dialogue makes sense for me. Writing novels and short stories is harder personally. I want to get into screen more, so that's really cool. Was workshopping a piece in class last week, and someone said they don't know what my characters looks like. It was a huge realization that I never explained those things. I remember hearing the advice that you have to describe characters. Like, that was crazy. You don't have to do anything. I saw a post today saying third person is always less intimate than first, and like you have to write it down and write story for real. There was a thread on Twitter that would have upset both of us. I had to stop reading it. It was I don't know why I went on Twitter. Okay, I don't even use that. I just sometimes go on it because like I don't know why. I'm just used to like typing in Twitter and then pressing enter. They were talking about my wife, third person present tense, and shitting on it. And somebody said, I said this in the last stream, I think, they had to rewrite the prose in their head if it was in present, third person present, because they like hated it so much. I could never do that to my beautiful wife, third person present. Let's see. Okay, I love everybody's. What happened? Why is my mouse clicking randomly? Okay. The advice on dialogue. This is great. I'm gonna read these. But I'm catching up on this very active chat box. Thank you. um I didn't do my writing masters because they didn't give me a scholarship. No. That's also why I didn't do my writing masters. I was asked to do it, and I was like, "Are you gonna pay for it?" No. So I didn't do it. If it was funded completely and like housing, yeah, I'll do it. Oh my god, student debt is nearly 80k pounds. Oh my god. Oh wow, I did not realize. Yeah, the tuition in Canada is not because I would think it. Yeah, was it $26,000 for my whole education? It was not expensive. Like, well, because I didn't have to pay for it, but it was not. I don't. I was very lucky. Um, that I had that scholarship. I mean, I worked for the scholarship, but every day I thank heaven that I had that scholarship because, oh man, I'm happy that I did for the degree that I got. I think. Ooh, cultural studies. I really enjoyed one cultural studies class I took. It was such hard work, but I loved it. Like, I didn't do most of the course material because it was in COVID, but I managed to still get an A plus. um, Ooh, my undergrad's paid forward by the great state of Massachusetts, but if I go to grad school, it's going to be in Ireland. Yes. Well, that's fun. I wouldn't be opposed to doing a master's abroad just because I want. But if I wanted to go abroad, I would just fucking go abroad. I don't like being away from home for that long. So maybe I should just go on vacation. I don't know. Hi, comment. Sorry, I'm behind on comments. We were just talking about writing degrees and AuthorTube and tuition. Um, um, the main thing holding me back from grad school is the money. No, I'm not paying that. I'm sorry. Like my parents didn't go to university, like, and I don't like some of my family members, like my extended family, have master's degrees, but I never grew up knowing anything about. I didn't even know about grad school until like I went to university, and then nobody shuts the fuck up about grad school, and I was like, huh? I was gonna get this undergrad and leave, like, so. Um, I'm very resistant to paying for because my tuition was paid for by that college. I don't want to pay for any tuition. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. Um, this is such the neurodivergent inability to follow writing advice. That is so true. We need like a T-shirt that says that. I'm almost to the end of these comments. um, I just want to highlight this one. Read it down and write story, and maybe you'll calm down. Agree. Just stop seeing dialogue as something to design and just imagine my characters talking more casually and trying to transcribe it. Ah, ooh, I like that. I want to try that because I see that you do that, and I know Chris does a similar thing, and I want to try so bad. It would be fun. This is what I was saying. I was like, yeah, you could go after my wife like this on twitter.com. How dare you? Like, sorry, I'm literally behind still on comments. Um, I love my silly traumatized neurodivergent characters. Me too. I love them so much. Exactly. Just got accepted for a 2D 3D animation course in my province. I'm super excited, though that looming tuition is kind of dulling the shine, not gonna lie. Yeah. I chose my school specifically because I knew I could get a full scholarship and I had to move, obviously. So that cost money. Um, but I was very lucky. And I did have other funding. I mentioned this in the video, but people ask me all the time, like, should I get a writing degree? And my thing is like only like I don't ever want to encourage anybody to ever do that unless you have the money to do it. And I had a lot of funding because I like worked my ass off to get the funding because I was studying something that was impractical. Um, but beyond that, I also had money that paid for my housing first year, a lot of it. Um, yeah, and then I had like some bursaries, and then I won some awards, which have helped me now, which is great. So, but I'm very hesitant to recommend people do that. And talk to the adults in your life, please, before talking to me, please. Um, let's see. Why are you obsessed with vinyl like that, Felix? Very good question. Um, there we go. I got to the end of the comments. I'm sorry I was so behind. This is why all my characters are neurospicy, all of them. I can't imagine how neurotypicals think. Maybe all of my characters read as like neurodivergent. I don't think so. So many of them are just so neurotypical. I'm like, okay. um, how do you keep writing while having mental health issues like anxiety? Okay, this is a really good question. I really struggle to write when I'm having like mental health issues, and I think that's okay. Like, I think it's okay if you have to take a break. You have to take care of yourself first. And also sort of first hand experience, like sort of from like a caretaking angle too. Like sometimes it's okay if you have to like pause things in order to like take care of yourself first. That happens. But if it's something that you want to do, like for me, writing is simultaneously, I can't do it when I'm mentally not doing that great, but also like um I like it really helps my mental health. So if it's something that you really like want to try to do, take it slow, take it easy, no goals, no pressure. You don't have to worry about anything. Again, your health is the most important. And try to do something that would like, that's most comfortable for you. If it's writing by hand, if it's writing on your phone, if it's just writing out the dialogue, if it's just writing like a quick note, that's fine. But yeah, take care of yourself first. And it was kind of like work the writing around that rather than like pressuring yourself to like go too hard. Because that's only led me to worse kind of places. So I get that with anxiety. I have a lot of anxiety, especially recently. I mentioned I went back on medication because of that, so that's also helped too. Um, so yeah, with my anxiety, sometimes I just can't function. Like I can't like I can't even like eat when I so like if I can't eat because of my anxiety, like I'm not gonna push myself to write either. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like reprioritizing if you're because you're the most important part. Your writing is gonna be there. Writing is always there for you. It's gonna be fine. It's been really lovely to see my sister kind of come back into writing after taking like 3-ish, 4-ish years off. And see her consistently do it. And it just goes to show, like, it's fine. Sometimes you have to take time off, and that's fine. Ooh, undergrad's a 2-year, 4-year degree. Oh, yeah, where associates or bachelors, where grad is degrees beyond that, master's, PhD. Yeah. I didn't really know anything about school until I went. A lot of people that helped were like my brother's girlfriends at the time. They helped a lot. So if people have questions about school, especially if you're in Canada, it can kind of be confusing. First of all, ask your parents. Second of all, go to the open houses. Third of all, there are people online who can help. Felix is the guy in the character group who's getting sent to get the pizza from the delivery guy, like as a neurotypical. He's the minority, actually. It's so funny. Dorothy is definitely neurodivergent to me, which is funny because they're twins. Like, imagine sharing a room with someone and you come out as the one without the autism. That's so funny. Oh my god! As somebody like the twin officially diagnosed with autism, it's so interesting. It's so interesting to like look at the rest of my family, and I'm like, you're all on the spectrum. I'm like, you're welcome. I suffered I suffered for this moment, so we could all know. We could all know. Oh my gosh, paying your degree out of your pocket. Well, good for you. And best of luck with that. Yeah, the scholarship's the only reason why. Like, I was very lucky. Oh my. Yes, writing will never go away. Exactly. You can take as much time away as you need. It's something that I try to remind myself too. And I, especially with somebody with anxiety, what I feel is like, no, but I have to write today because if I don't write today, then I blah, 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 blah. Yeah, like I get into the whole thing about it. And then I took a week off, and I was like, holy shit. What? Like I need to chill. Like clearly, I needed the rest because what I was thinking was not right. Like it wasn't. I didn't need to be thinking all of that. Because it's been a week and I'm fine, you know? So sometimes it's doing like a little baby exposure for me as well. Yes, adapt writing to work for you rather than force yourself to work towards some sort of idea of writing productivity. You have great advice. Did Sarah get a writing degree too or something different? We got the exact same degree. And we graduated with the exact same GPA, both in high school and in university. It was so weird, so bizarre. Twins are so weird. I kind of freaked myself out. Started writing a new story. Didn't plan for any of the characters to be autistic, but they of course didn't want to cooperate with me. Yeah, that's like me in writing Lonin. I didn't plan for that. And then I was like, oh, you're autistic ass. Like, welcome. Welcome. Like, okay, well, if it's gonna be me, it's gonna be you, baby. Like, we're the same. So, and that's been fun. Very nice. This is so funny. They have joked that Felix is their weird bisexual cousin. That is so funny. I would do that if I had the same last name as Felix. um, oh, interesting. Autism diagnoses. Ready to pursue diagnosis with me just because I said my dad and brother are diagnosed. The genes are powerful. I know that some of my family has gotten that too now that I have my official diagnosis. I got very lucky. Well, I mean, I did suffer for like 6 years, but like some people suffer for longer. So I got lucky, okay? I did. I genuinely got lucky. That I lucked out with a great practitioner. And hopefully it makes it easier for the rest of my family. It's hard when you're coming, especially from a family of immigrants that aren't originally from this country. It's really tough when it comes to like working out any sort of like diagnosis because like there's not usually a really big family history. Yeah. So I'm glad to be like kind of like the root, and then I hope other people can help themselves too in my family with that now. Love my twin characters. Oh, well, twins are fun. um, in regard to Marcella says, in regard to writing with anxiety, I find tuning into writing sprints help a lot. There's no time to overthink while that timer's going. Also, I listen to chill music like lo-fi. Writing sprints also help my own anxiety. I know they make other people's anxiety worse, but it just tells me like this is my time to write. I don't need to freak out. Like I have time here and I can just write in this time. That's what helps me. But I know for some people it can make them more anxious. I need to sit in parallel play autistically with London. Yeah, we need to give him some special interests, I think. What's his special interest? Like breaking up with Harrison? I didn't say that. Okay. No one said that. Kind of off topic, but do you have any plans to continue narrating Feeding Habits? Oh, or any of your novels? I love listening to them and they always put me in a writing mood. I'm very impressed that people still listen to those. Well, thank you. Probably not, because maybe. I'm not opposed to it. I don't want to put the whole book on the internet. And also I haven't finished editing it. So I can't do the whole thing, but I'll definitely read more. Like I can yeah, maybe there might be more chapters. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm not opposed to it. But narrating the Feeding Habits chapters like caused me a lot of anxiety because I didn't work through my perfectionism issues. It was back when I thought like I was perfect at everything. And so I couldn't handle it. So that's why I stopped doing it. But I really enjoy sharing with people. I mean, I would literally share whatever right now. I don't care. Like, George Michael mentioned in the chat. Where? I didn't see it. You need to smoke a chain with me. Sure, shoot me down. Anyone give their neurodivergent special interest / hyperfixations, and then they become your interests too? Yeah, I think so. I think it's so fun when that happens. Kind of that happened with Jeremiah. Well, Jeremiah, it's not a special interest because Jeremiah is a neurodivergent, though I considered it for a little bit. But it's an interest. He likes George Michael, and I got very autistic about it. So I was like, I'm beating you on the scale of who loves George Michael most. Oh, he hasn't been mentioned when he's goofy. Yes. Yes, you're right. My twins are an autism duo, but one has never had to mask a day in her life and the other has. Ooh, that is such an interesting dynamic. I can already imagine. Whew. It's like 40 chess with autism special interests. I become interested in things because I associate it with the character I'm especially interested in. Yes, this happens to me. If I ever like need to get into something, I'd be like, okay, but this is the like somebody else would like it, and I'm like, okay, like like this person would like it, and so therefore I care about it now. And I was like, do I really though? And I'm like, yes. Suddenly, I own a whole bunch of George Michael records. Thanks, Jeremiah. Bo and his horror movie special interest. That is such a cool one. I need to get into horror so bad. I need to make a list. Yes, setting the novel in the 80s, set a 1980 special interest that rewrote my brain chemistry. Yes, I love that. I feel that way about the early 2000s too. Oh, the other Felix. Your sis has an interest in plants. So I gave one character an obsession with plants. This is what I did with Foster too. We did the same thing. That's so cute. Because my sister also loves plants. So I made him also a plant guy. I feel like if I write high, I will never leave my room. I miss having Scooby snacks. Scooby snacks are good. Anybody else had I know this is not Scooby. I don't know why I'm bringing it up. The Flintstones vitamins. You remember the Flintstones gummy vitamin? There were the regular Flintstones vitamins that tasted like chalk. And then there were the gummy vitamins. Anyone remember? Those were so good. Anyways, 6 George Michael CDs. Like, when did this happen? I know, right? It's been so fun, I think, to see like what you get, because it's like autism like exception for me. I think it's very fun. I'm like, I can see my interest, but like across the ocean. um, wow, Wham et al. Not included in that count. That's crazy. I wish I could find more in Toronto. They just don't have them here. I guess I need to go to the UK. I actually want to. I'm thinking of planning a trip the next couple years because my sister loves history, so we want to go to Scotland, and then we want to go to England soon. Not soon, years. Some point. It'll be fun. Yeah, the sour gummy vitamins, they're so good. I may or may not have eaten handfuls as a child, which you're probably absolutely definitely not supposed to do, and I'm not advocating for that. I just love candy. Yes, you were right about the George Michael mention in the chat. Just keep finding Wham too, and it freaks me out. I'm so jealous. I can't find Wham or George Michael here that much in Toronto. They don't have a lot of it. I guess nobody's getting rid of them. Nobody's getting rid of them. Yeah, let's go. When I'm there, I'll hit you up. Uh, use that special interest character association to trick my brain into wanting to learn French when my family moved to Quebec. That's amazing. I made a character like never underestimate a neurodivergent brain. I made a character Quebecois. It worked. She's one of the mains now. That is sick. I need to give one of my characters like a special interest of like going to work, and hopefully that helps. No, I could be like Jeremiah. Jeremiah is actually employed, so I can be like, I'm having a Jeremiah day. I'm employed. I've been applying to jobs that aren't publishing related, and it's been such a relief. Did I mention that? Yes, I did. It's been such a relief. I need to actually do my application because it's been a long time. So I'm going to set up a timer, even though I don't want to stop chatting, but I really do need to send the application. I'm going to set it for 25 minutes because I've been talking so fucking long. So if this is the only sprint we do, no one can get mad at me because I gave you 25 minutes. I've found some random things like George Michael Fast Love single on CD. What? My dad started playing Fast Love in the car, and then he changed it. I was like, Renee. Ooh, June special interest is going to work. Okay, that's one. I used to have an inside joke about Felix being unemployed because at the start of RR, Dorothy is basically like, get a job for 3 chapters straight. Oh, that's so like he's a Harrison coded for that. That's so funny. Me going to my job that I hate. This is so Monroe coded. It helps, okay? It helps a lot. So when I was trying to write that one, I was like, it'll be so embarrassing if Felix gets a job before me. That's so funny. Oh man, yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, don't get me started on the 90s. I keep thinking about a 90s work in progress. It'd be so fun. We've been talking for an hour. I know it's been an hour and 12 minutes. Listen, I feel like the conversation's, bumping. I never like want to interrupt it. However, I do have to because I do need to send this application. One more comment. I'm only realizing now how often the character hyperfixation thing has happened to me. My music taste has definitely changed based on, oh, this character will listen to this. That's so true. That happens to me too. When I applied to the record store because Felix worked at a record store and they rejected me, I low-key am only going to apply to a record store because like Felix works at a record store. There is one by me, but I don't know if they're hiring. But that would be funny. Anyway, let me share my screen and then I'm gonna stop talking. Here we go. I'll see you in 25 minutes. Oh geez, not the stopwatch. Thank you. There we go. See you in 25 minutes. I'm gonna send my job application. Okay. Okay, that sprint was done. I see the chat is very active. Thank you. I still didn't know submit this freaking job application. I am going to finish it right now because I just need to get it out of the way. So you're gonna have to wait while I do my job application. Hold on, but in the meantime, let me know how it went for you guys, the sprint, if you did it. But I need to send this because I want to do it before 5. Oh my god. I just kept finding like tiny little mistake. Like, why is this taking so long? This does not need to take this long. It's not even the application. It's just like um, just general job things. It's just always so to do. I just need to check my email is right. Okay. There we go. All the information is correct. Slay. I'm gonna come back to you in a second. Oh my god, what if I was talking it was muted? I just had a second where I was like, oh god. I'm reapplying to a job I already applied for. Is what I'm saying. That's correct. That's right. General info. Jesus Christ. Now I have to answer a whole bunch of information. Okay. Give me a second. God, I don't know. Let's just say this. Sure. What are you guys saying? Jump scare. Sorry. I try to be like gentle when I come back in, but I'm like, words equals 0. Tomato soup and grilled cheese equals 1. So real. I did not write shit either, obviously. He's dropping on the job interview. Never done a writing sprint with poetry before. So that was I've never done that either. That is so cool. Almost finished editing this chapter. Amazing. Tomato soup tastes like ass. Okay, not as amazing. Got half a page, so like 125 words. That's awesome. Exhausted. I just made some tea and almost fell asleep. Oh, that's kind of like, is that a good thing? Sometimes it's good when you like have like that sleepy moment, but then sometimes it's like, this is not what I needed. Grilled cheese was good though. Great. How do you do a grilled cheese? Like, what's your grilled cheese preferences if I can put you on the spot? Because I'm always curious. My sister only eats Kraft Singles grilled cheese. She likes those the most. I'm like, what? Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna fill out the rest of this while you guys talk, but I thought, let me not put you on mute. You can hear me like stress in the background. I don't know. I don't know. This is not at all. You should have an other. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out. Hold on. Oh, be for real. I have no idea what to put here. Come on. Websites. Here we go. Yes. Let me just fill this out correctly. Hold on. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Sorry. There we go. I don't know. What is it? They're asking a specific question. I will be back to you in a second. Hold on. Here we go. Found the answer. Sure. An integer? What the fuck is an integer? No, I'm coming back to the chat. I don't have a cheese preference, but you add honey to it. Oh, like how much honey? Because that does kind of sound good. You don't have a cheese. What cheese did you use for this though? Because if I'm gonna try with the honey, I need to know. Is it just like regular, like cheddar cheese? Tried goat cheese yesterday and it tasted not like ass. It was very shocking and revolutionary. Well, usually to me, goat cheese, I struggle to taste it. Like, I just don't like it. Like, I've never liked it. It just doesn't, I can't. But then I started, there's very few, honestly though, there's very few foods I'll eat. Even if I don't like it, I'll eat it. But I started making a goat cheese salad. Why was it good though? Because we had goat cheese and we needed to use it out. It was good. So anyways, sorry, talking about cheese now. Brainstorming your last remaining scenes and story elements to cap off the first draft of my middle grade graphic novel script. It's kind of dragging at the moment. Oh no, I hate when that happens. I hope that the momentum picks up. When it was dragging for me, I know you didn't ask for advice, so like you don't have to take this as advice. But when that happened to me, I just needed a little break, I think. Because I thought things were dragging too, but then I was like, no, I just needed like a day. Okay, we're all talking about jobs right now. You're observing this job interview. Very interesting. Integer, negative or positive counting number, including 0. Yeah, you'd think I would know that. I'm stupid. Okay. The one thing I remember from math, I was very good at math in high school, but I didn't take it past grade 11 because I didn't need to for my stupid art degree. Just kidding. Oh, okay, so he works in advertising. We're learning a lot from this stranger. No, I did say that. You were correct. I was like, what is that? Use like a teaspoon, okay, of honey. Not too much, not too little, but I do it probably for autistic reasons because I had a cheese toast thing at a cafe in Spain with honey. It was so good. That does sound great. And I think recreating the things that you've eaten that you liked is such a smart idea. It was just cheddar, okay, normie cheese. Okay, I have that upstairs. I'm gonna make that tonight. Thank you very much. I'm gonna try that. Do you like? I'm sorry that I'm grilling you. Oh, grilling you on the grilled cheese. Okay, you gotta give me that one. But did you like spread the honey? Like, did you drizzle the honey like after it was melted? Like, how do you do this, Dallin? Like, how do you make the honey grilled cheese? Because I need to try it. If I had to do a job interview in public, I'd pass away. I think my first job interview was when I was doing co-op at the mall, and it was in public. It was in the food court, but I mean, it was just chill. They were gonna give me the position anyway. It was not serious, but I was like very professional. I was wearing a professional outfit, and I was like, "This is my professional answer." And they're probably like, what the fuck? You're 16, calm down. You majored in math. Oh wow. And I'm just sounding like an idiot on the stream. Like, what's an integer? Jesus Christ. Slayed my job interview that was in private and so chill. And I was still like, wow, I'm gonna pass away. A couple weeks ago, I did 3 job interviews in a row. I did an HR screen, then I did a different job interview, and then I did a third job interview for that HR screen. Rescinded my application for that one. It just wasn't the right opportunity for me. Yeah, and then the other one went really well, but it was a panel interview. I had to present a thing, and it was fine. They were all online, so I haven't had an in-person interview since high school. Hi, Grayson. Thanks for coming. We're talking about numbers and grilled cheese, and that I need to finish this job application. Okay, so you drizzled it on top of the cheese before the grilling. The amount you do, just follow your heart and just try to spread it around. Okay, I'm gonna try it tonight. I'll try it tonight and then post on my side blog how it went. Added too much oat milk to the tea. Now it's cold. Oh no, I hate when that happens. What's your favorite plant-based milk, people? Because I don't love oat milk. I like it more. No, hold on. I think I like it more than almond milk. I think soy milk is my favorite. I had a thing with soy milk and one of those oh my god, I can't remember. It's a cereal and it's like spheres, little spheres, and they're crunchy. God, this is gonna sound like every single fucking cereal. It starts with a P, not popcorn. I don't know. I love that with soy milk was the perfect combo. Anyway, recently did an interview for a student job for my current degree, and I loved it so much, but they rejected me. Oh, I'm so sorry. That happened to me with the job that I was looking at. So I feel you. I'm so sorry, but it's okay. It happens. And now you have interview practice. Almond milk. Okay. I don't know if I'm against almond milk. I don't know. You're in my house. Oh my god. Ashley's like, I'm in your house. She is. Okay. I'll come up and say hi. I just need to finish this stream and finish this job application. Have you tried Planet Oat Extra Creamy? I haven't. That's the only one I'm like the barista one. Like I need to try. Maybe I need to try the barista ones because I find that oat milk, like the flavor is like very overwhelming, and then I can't like taste anything but like oat milk. But maybe I'll try it. Oat milk is my okay. So then maybe I need to get on oat milk. My grandma usually makes her own oat milk. She doesn't like. She used to. I don't know why she stopped drinking oat milk. What happened? Madge? What happened? It's not Puffs. It's oh god, it's like P-O something, like pop some cereal, and it's like they're like larger sphere. Girl, you know what? I don't corn pops. Yes. Thank you. Corn pops or corn pops, I think is what it's called. Corn pops and um was it the sweetened soy milk? I don't know. It was really good though. I that was before I knew that I was autistic, and I was like, why do I keep eating this every day for every meal? Don't really drink plant-based milks. I don't really either, but almond milk is great for smoothies, especially the vanilla flavor ones. Okay, cool. I love that we're all like, there's so many opinions in the chat. Thank you so much. Oat milk to drink, but almond milk to cook with. Interesting, huh? The autistic writer on a Friday. Guys, my OC is so non-dairy core. I just feel intuitively. Which one? Felix? Oh, Felix gives me can't digest lactose swag. So I need to decide what milk alternative he'd like. He's just so non-dairy milk to me. I agree. I think so too. I think Lonan can join him in their like non-dairy milk like options. I think Lonan would be an almond milk guy. I think. Why am I talking about milk on a Friday? Listen, I asked. Boken like his flex over Felix. That's so funny. No, not assign lactose intolerant. You eat cereal literally every day. What's your favorite cereal? Because I stopped eating cereal. Then my mom or dad bought like a giant Fruit Loops from like Costco or something, and I was like, cereal's like really good. Okay, I need to get back to this application. I'm so sorry. What is in somebody explained the integer to me and I just can't remember what it meant. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. How can I write minimum wage? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's why, because it's not. Like, if I did this, it would be correct, right? No. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, see, that worked. No, it doesn't. I don't know. I don't understand what it's trying to get me to do. What are you trying to get me to do? I don't understand. Oh, you know what? It's mad at me because I'm using decimals? Oh, right. Because it's and I don't know. So you have to explain the integer thing to me. I don't know, man. I'm just going to put one number like that and call it a day. There we go. Fruit Loops is top tier. Yeah, but remember when it had like fake chemicals and the colors were nicer? That's when it was like my favorite. That was the best. Now it looks like, you know, like millennial beige Fruit Loops. I want the fake color. Raisin Bran Crunch is king for me. Yeah, I loved Raisin Bran as a kid, and then I had an unfortunate incident with it, and then I can't eat it anymore. But like, it was so good. I loved like when the raisin was like all shriveled up. I love this conversation. Ooh, having a barista moment and soy and oat are superior. Oat in hot drinks and soy in cold. Okay, cool. I'll try that. I've been trying to get into plant milks for years, and I just can't. Felix already has a vegetarian era, actually pescatarian, but he doesn't realize that fish counts as vegetarianism because he's a dumbass. I love him so much. He should like message Jeremiah for like some vegetarian recipe ideas. The fruity gay Cheerios. Since when do those exist? And strawberry banana one. Wow. Negative and positive counting numbers, including 0. Thank you so much, but I'm like so like not getting it. I know. I'm so sorry. I haven't had cereal in so long because it's expensive. I hate it here. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I have cereal. I'm like, Mom, who you buying this from? Maybe my brother? I don't know. I have no idea. Integer is basically a number that includes any positive or negative whole number. I don't know. I don't understand. I swear I was good at math. No, I got a degree in writing. They changed the color of the Smarties too. They did. Oh. No. Unfortunate Raisin Bran incident. I don't want to say because it was kind of gross. It was when I was a kid. Instead of a Raisin Bran. I didn't realize I said it in that way. Yeah, we should all have Raisin Bran incidents. It was pretty bad, to be honest. There was a Winnie the Pooh couch involved too. I don't want to say anything. Millennial beige Fruit Loops. Call that a Cheerio. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Americans, like US Americans, always talk about whole milk, but we don't talk about whole milk in Canada. Like, I don't know if that's like just a US American thing. Like, we don't say whole is whole milk 3% milk? I'm sorry that it's 2 hours into the stream where we're talking about milk, but I'm really curious. Is whole milk like 3%? Like, that's what we would call, what is it? We call it homo milk in Canada. You know, why not? Um, but my family usually buys 2% milk. What do you call 2% milk in the US? Skim milk? I don't know. I love the examples. You guys are so sweet. Okay, are all integers. Okay. Thank you. I'm trying so hard. I thank you so much. That's why I don't really understand why this isn't working, because I think it is, but I don't understand. So I'm just gonna put one number and call it a day. I don't know. Maybe all the Canadian milk is whole. No, yeah, I don't know. We get them in bags in Ontario. I know that's not the same in all. I think in BC we got them in jugs and cartons in no, just yeah, jugs and cartons in BC. But they have only bags in Ontario where I am. I don't know if all of Ontario is like that, but I know it's common in Ontario and Quebec, I think. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh couch. Yeah, it ended up being fine, but um there's whole milk here, but the only difference in milk I process is the color of the calves. Yeah, I don't know if we call it whole milk. We don't, I don't think. Yeah, yeah. You live in the US and your family always calls it 2% milk. This is very interesting. I'm learning so much. Skim, yeah, for 2%. 2% is 2%. Okay, interesting. Integers don't include decimals and fractions. Only numbers you use to count. That's why it's not working. But I need a decimal for this. I don't know why they would. It's fine. They're confusing me. Anyways, thank you for the explanation. I'm learning so much. Water pretending to be milk? 2% milk? Really? Yeah, whole milk is 3%. Okay. Also, we call that in Alberta too. Canadian. Oh, you call it 3% in Alberta, or homo milk in Alberta. Yes, that's what we call it. Yeah, regional, probably regional. Interesting. And I failed algebra. I love reading math wiki articles. Oh, cool. Bags are so weird. Why is there bagged milk? Well, we have milk jugs. Like, have you seen them? Like, if you search it up, like Canadian bagged milk, like you'll see there's like a jug, and you put the bag in the jug, and then you take scissors and you snip off the scissors, and that's how you have milk. I prefer it because the fridges here usually have like a little compartment to put that in. I found storing milk when I was in BC really annoying because, like, I don't know, maybe I think the jug is probably better. I like talking about milk. Because then you can like dip it on the side. You can't do that but because the fridges are kind of built in with it, it's not a problem here. But anyways, it's milk bags. I don't know. It's just normal here. There's a fridge right across the hall. I could go get a bag of milk and show it to you. This is reminding me of how much Bo drinking milk is like in a cup on its own. Oh, very interesting, Bo. Such a major character at one point. I don't know if I would do that personally, but I can't touch him. It's calcium for strong bones, I guess. So 3% milk is definitely not an integer. I don't know. More characters should drink milk from glasses like weird little guys. I don't think I can do that anymore, but I used to do that as a kid. Like my grandma, up until I was a teenager, actually, my grandma used to pour me milk in class. I don't think I could do that now. Yeah, this is me too, I think, for coffee mostly. But if you snip it wrong, oh my god, this morning there are 2 holes in the bag of milk. I need to re-snip it. I don't know who snipped it. So like it's pouring from 2 streams now from the one bag. I'm like, thank you so much, whoever snipped this bag of milk. Anyways, bag milk is weird, but I have no room to judge. A really common food in my state is bison chili and cinnamon rolls. Like together, that actually doesn't sound bad. Why am I intrigued? The cinnamon I think would be good with chili. Rachel writes stream milk discourse. Yeah, I think so. This is a surprise. Usually, on Tumblr, I'll post like, oh, and I'll talk about, my posters. I'll talk about my movies. I'll talk about my CDs. I'll talk about my vinyl. And I'll talk about milk. Oh, you said that whole explanation. I'm still just imagining milk loosely in bags. No, you don't keep them. So imagine a pillow, like imagine a throw pillow, like the rectangular throw pillows. That's what they look like, the bags, but they're smaller. They're like maybe this big. You lift it out of the bag. It comes in a plastic bag. There are 3 bags of milk in a plastic bag. You twist it, and it has a little thing that comes on bread, like that little spokey thing that you can poke in. So it comes like there's a big bag of milk, and inside there's 3 bags of milk, and it's with that little spiky thing that goes on bagels or whatever, right? So you open the spiky thing, you grab one of the 3 bags out, then you put it in the jug, like the milk jug, the milk holder, and then you snip a corner. It sounds so bizarre. Why is it like this? Yeah, you're like my dad. You can join my dad. He hates milk. I can't go get a bag of milk is the last thing I thought I would hear Rachel say. They're right there. I can show you. Bo is a milk drinker, but he doesn't have it with cereal. On the other hand, like he's so like the what is it? Kellogg's, like the tiger coated to me, like it's the frosting on the cinnamon rolls that makes it weird. That's the one thing I was thinking of, like, I don't know about that. Yeah, it's really interesting, the milk. It's very interesting. Bo was a crazy clubber from 18 to 21, like Body Bag Harrison style, except he wasn't as mentally ill. I hope that if Bo was in the club with Harrison, he would have been judging him. Like, what are you doing? Oh my god, my favorite way to consume cereal and milk is like the daughter killer in Get Out, eating the cereal one piece at a time and falling by sipping milk through a straw from a glass. That is so interesting. Oh my god. I go get one. You know what, guys? I want to get up, but it's literally across the hall. Believe me, this is how the milk works. Jeremiah will go with him. How about that? Bagged milk is still wrong. I'll die on this. How do you get your milk? Is it like in a like something normal? I don't know. Tony the Tiger. He is Tony the Tiger coded to me. Am I wrong? Yeah, he has a crush on Tony the Tiger. That makes so much sense. To bring us milk. I need to finish my job application. I want to see a bag of milk. Oh my god, no! I can't go get it. I'm sorry, I don't want to do it. But it's right there. It's squishy too. Like, think of a waterbed, but it's like milk. This is the worst thing that's ever happened on a stream. Happy 10,000 subscriber celebration, everybody. We're talking about milk. Carton or jars. I don't like the cartons. They'll get all crusty. It's gross. Jar. Sorry, I just realized jar. Oh, okay. I didn't know jar. Like bottle or jar. Okay, well, other places in Canada don't have bagged milk. Like I said, I think it's only like an East Coast thing. I don't know. Because whenever you say bagged milk, like then other people in Canada get very upset. They're like, it's in Ontario only, or like it's only in Toronto. I think it's mostly Ontario, probably Southern Ontario, and Quebec. I think maybe I'm wrong. Marina made a video about bagged milk. Yeah, there's lots of videos about bagged milk. Yeah. Stress ball milk bag. I jiggle the milk bag like a snip toy. You can. Like, it's like I said, it's like this big, it's like this high, and they're squishy. My work in progress is set in Canada, specifically Quebec, and this just makes me want to depict my character drinking from milk from bags all the time. Well, you don't drink it from the bag. You pour it into like a cup from the bag. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But even some places in Ontario, when I was visiting, they don't have them. So like, I don't really know like who decides who gets bagged milk? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Me picking slime with bagged milk. Jar has me astonished. Yeah, I'm like, jar. But bagged is what I've had my whole life. So I was like uncomfortable when I moved to BC and I had to start buying milk in cartons. Bo would be too clumsy for this, which is bad as a certified milk drinker. But kind of grabbers for well, you won't spill it, like, cause it's you create like a little spout almost when you. I'm a bag milk apologist. Like, I'm trying so hard to convince you guys of this. No, you don't drink it from the bag. It's not like a what's an American drink, like a U.S. American drink. Oh, like Capri Sun. Like, you don't drink it like from a pouch. Like, no. No, it's a big bag of milk and you buy 3 at a time. They're like maybe like I don't know how I don't know what quantities are. I don't know. I don't want to say like 1 liter because I don't know if that's like too big because I don't know. Anyways, then you snip it and then you pour it into something. Or like if you're baking, you pour it into your measuring cup. So much for years. And then find out they use bagged. I'm so sorry. I thought that everyone would have known this. Yeah, it's not a milk they should start making those, I guess. Bo would like those. They should have made those in the 80s. Bo would have ate those up. Yeah, Capri Sun, we don't have those here. We only have the only like pouch juices that we have here are Kool-Aid. I accidentally bought Kool-Aid once online. I thought it was like the Kool-Aid packet, but it ended up being the actual drinks. It was so nice. It was so nice. I was like, I haven't had these in like 15 years. Milk pouch for comfort. Done research and on it, and bag milk is because it's easier to recycle, less waste, and better for the environment. The glass jars. Yeah, that makes sense because there's even places in Canada that can't recycle glass. I'm not sure if Victoria's changed, but according to somebody that I knew there, they didn't recycle glass in Victoria. This could just be fake, but she told me that they just bury it and she'd been living there all her life, basically. So that makes sense. You have to, okay. So you guys think of it this way, okay? This is so funny. Okay, so think of it this way. Just like you have a carton of milk that you pour into, I have a cup here. Just like you have, think of it like, okay, this is my computer stand. This is the carton of milk. Just like you have a carton of milk that you pour into a cup, now you have a bag of milk that's inside a plastic container. It's a hard plastic container. We've had mine for like 25 years at my house. You put the bag inside of the plastic container and then you pour it just like you do the carton or the jar or the bottle or whatever. It's basically like a thin plastic bag that just holds the milk as a vessel. Like, have you ever seen those soft water bottles? It's just exactly like that. And you pour it into a cup to drink it. You know? Yes, it does do this to me too. You're not wrong about that. I'm Canadian too, and I'll vouch for bag milk all day. It's way more convenient. The cartons run out so fast. Exactly! That's what I'm saying. When I had to start buying carton milk in Victoria, it was miserable. I was always buying milk. It was so annoying. It's not like I drink milk. I just use it in tea sometimes and in coffee. Anyways. I'm so happy that I was able to explain this to you. I agree. This is why I love him so much. I think about him every day, to be honest. Next time I'm out in the world and I see something that reminds me of Bo, I will take a picture and I'll send it to you. Because I do think about him an awful lot. I like him a lot. I like Bo. Aw, love. Okay. What do you do with the half empty bag of milk? Okay, it stays in the it's just like a carton. It stays in the fridge. So when you pour out of it, it's fine. It's not gonna like leak because you just have a slit at the top, a tiny little slit at the top that pours out the milk. Otherwise, the liquid is sitting inside the bag, inside of a container that you put in the fridge. The milk stays in the fridge for like a week, whatever long, until you're finished with it. And then you take the bag out, throw that in the garbage or whatever. Like, I think you can probably rinse them out and recycle them. And then you just put it in another bag. You know, that's how it works. Does that make sense? Yeah, I need Loverboy excerpts. I agree. Bo is special interest. Posted a Camp Nano favorite excerpts, but it was literally a long post of screenshots. I was like, should I put more work into this? So I deleted it. I fear I need to read it. Never any pressure, but I love reading your writing so much. It is the best ever. Rachel Backbook apologist. Right? I think about him. He's the best. How do you seal it? Oh, you don't seal it. You don't seal it. I'm so sorry. I didn't actually explain that right. You have like maybe like a 1 centimeter hole like that you cut. So then you just put it back in the fridge like that. Like, so there's a little hole at the top, but it doesn't do anything to the milk. And it sits in that plastic container. Does that make sense? So you don't like screw anything back on top of it or anything, or like fold it down. You don't have to do that because it's just a small hole. Does that make sense? It doesn't have a seal. No, you just leave it like that. Oh God, this is even worse than I thought. Like when I'm describing it, I'm like, why did we do that? Well, for the environment, I think that's fair, but like actually it's so bizarre now that I say it out loud. We do love him for this reason. Does your open milk bag taste like fridge? No, it doesn't. Maybe I'm just used to it. No, but when I tasted carton milk versus bag milk, it tastes the same. It's just in your voice, Sesame and Tears. I'm new to this chat. Is Bo your character from some show? It's Dallin's character. I don't know if Dallin saw this comment. Dallin's character that I love very much. Go-gurt wasn't invented yet. We don't have go-gurt. I don't think we call it go-gurt here. What do we call it? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I can't remember. Damn it. I don't remember. I don't think there was anything new in it, but it had some of the Jeremiah Gummy Bear excerpt. Oh, I loved that excerpt so much. It made my whole day. Well, it was like, I read it at night after I'd listened to Wham, and I was like, this is the best possible night ever. It was so nice. Go-gurt Liz. Oh no. Bobby never knew Go-gurt. This is so sad. I need you to bully me into reviving my Tumblr. Welcome back whenever you want. I've been ghosting Tumblr a little because I was very busy and not writing. Yeah, it is. Honestly, it's open. I guess when you think about it, it is open. Huh. Bobby didn't see Go-gurt. This is Helena. I don't think we have Go-gurt here. What is Go-gurt? Is it just like the... Okay, what is the Canadian version of Go-gurt? Okay, they have Go-gurt, but they don't call it... Did they call it Go-gurt? Because it was Yoplait. Did they call it Go-gurt? Or what did we call it? We didn't call it Go-gurt. Oh my God, I'm so annoyed. I can't remember. It was like yogurt. I don't know what we call it. Ugh, I can't remember. Getting out the Ouija board to tell Bobby about Go-gurt. Yeah, that's funny. Crocs thing broke me, but Go-gurt is putting me over the edge. No! I hate when the historical details don't line up. It makes me sad. Tube yogurt? I don't know what we called it. What is Go-gurt? I'm so sorry. We didn't call it Go-gurt. I don't think... Maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to text my sister and ask her, did we call it Go-gurt? Hey guys, on the stream and talking about yogurt. Did we call those yogurt tubes Go-gurt? And they're in my house, so they better answer. Or what did we call the yogurt tubes? Talking about yogurt. Oh, Ashley answered. She just said yogurt tubes. Oh, my phone is dying. Oh boy. No, yogurt tubes. I don't think I called them tubes. I see. I don't. Well, yeah, we call them yogurt tubes, I guess. Does Canada have the Yoo-hoo or Nesquik drinks? We have Nesquik, like the Nesquik, like what I think of Nesquik, I think of like the cereal and then like the syrup, like the chocolate or strawberry syrup. And remember the white one at one point? Yeah, but I don't know what Yoo-hoo is. Flip-flops! No, can you get charms for flip-flops? Maybe that's like a compromise? I don't know. Think about my characters often, especially my main character. Go-gurt is drinkable yogurt. Yeah, I think we just called it yogurt tubes. Think about my yeah, me too. I'm always thinking about my characters. Well, when I'm writing with them, otherwise they're dead to me. Um, we have Nesquik, but not Yoo-hoo. Yeah, I don't know what that Yoo-hoo is. What is that? Um, oh, well, collab? Like, you know where to find me whenever you want. That would be so fun. Canada's another planet. I don't know. Maybe there are things that we don't know about you too. I don't know. I don't know. Um, ooh, you should start. We should start like collabing, like with AuthorTube, like with the people that I know from the internet. I'm laughing so hard that my first instinct when Rachel said, "What's an American thing you eat from bags?" Being Go-Gurt started a group breakdown. Yeah, we didn't call them Go-Gurt. Did they? Maybe they said something else. Yeah, no, they didn't say. Yeah, they just called them yogurt tubes, I guess. Hi Adrian. We're talking about yogurt and grilled cheese and a lot of things on this stream. And milk. Like it got really random. I need to finish this job application, then I'm gonna say goodbye to you. Just give me a second. I need to put my dates available. Well, I'm unemployed, so I can literally do Monday. um no. Previous employer, I don't know. I haven't been employed in a while. I don't know. I don't understand. I volunteer, but that's not an employer. I freelance. Let's say that. What's your recent position title? Are you no resume? Looks good. It's good to have the stream here because I double check things like crazy. So I actually am gonna check it once and then I'm gonna just hit send. Hold on. Yoo-hoo is a chocolate beverage. Now I need to Google it. Yoo-hoo. Let's see. Oh, I recognize the packaging, but it looks just like Nesquik. That's probably why. Is it the same brand? Oh. Your computer's almost dead. Oh, I hope that I hope that I finish it. I just need to submit this. Haven't been employed in so long. I had to get a reference from the lit mag I read for. It was Thanksgiving week in the USA. I felt so bad. I'm sure that they didn't mind at all. I'm sure they love you and everything that you do. That's really good that you were able to get a reference from there. I have people to do references. I just don't have an employer. Other than updating their milk from bags sometimes, the Quebecois character loves to drink chocolate milk from the carton. Yeah, we used to have those in my high school. Had a vending machine that did only dairy products. It had cheese, like, and not nasty cheese. Like, it was like not that any cheese is nasty. Like all cheese is delicious, but it was like bougie ass cheese. Like it wasn't like it was. I don't even remember the name. It was like one of the fancy cheeses that was in a vending machine. It was great. I loved it. And my sister and I would like it was like $2 for like a tiny little thing of cheese. We would like scrounge up coins at school and like when we found $2 was so exciting and we would look around on the floor for like money or whatever because we didn't have money on us and then buy cheese and then split it. It was so awesome. Cereal comes in bags in the US. Yeah, the cereal comes in bags inside of a box here. I think that's how yours works too. Previous employer, god. Yeah, I freelance. That's technically my previous employer. I freelance, so it's a job. So um you're technically employed by YouTube. Yeah, I think I don't is it YouTube or is that free? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. From Wyoming. Half our foods are just other foods shoved in a bag. I love that. I love that. Um Love walking tacos. I've always wanted to try them. Maybe this weekend I'll make some. Vending machine cheese. Yes. This is where I went to high school. iPad's at 3%. Then let me finish this application. I will be right back. Hold on. 1 second. I just need to check all my info. It's very good that I have you here because then I'm not going to spend half an hour doing it. Here's my email is correct. That's fine. Yes, my name. That's fine. Phone number is fine. This is exactly where I live. Yes, that's correct. Yes, that's right. Yes. Yes, I have my degree. Yes, this is the thing I want. That's fine. I guess that's as correct as I can get. That's correct. Yes, I'm available. No, my brain right now is like short circuiting. No, it's fine. I'm like, what? Sorry, I'm like not processing what I'm reading. No, okay, that's right. That's right. That's right. No, that's good. This is correct. There we go. Please fill in the required fields. Oh, Jesus Christ. I just filled it in like wrong format. There you go. And I'm not going to check it again. I want to check it again, but I'm not going to. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Oh, man. Okay. Everyone's like talking in the comments, and I'm just like submitting my job application. Hold on. Here we go. That's correct. Oh, cool. I did it. I'm going to screenshot it as proof. There we go. Great. Okay, nice. I have to add that to my document now. Oh, I got an email. Great. Nice. I got a confirmation email, so I didn't need to screenshot it. Fantastic. Thank you. I have been trying really hard. It's been tough. It's been tough. I have so much anxiety about working, even though I'm not that anxious about it. I just think like I have like autism related anxiety. I saw actually that this is a thing. And it's like made me feel very relieved that there can sometimes like with autistic people be specific types of anxiety that are related to the autism. And one of the big things is like anxiety of like changes in my routine and anxiety over not being able to access or like have enough time for my special interests has been plaguing my life for months now. It's been so bad. So like the little steps of like trying to like apply anyway has been really good. I always get really nervous and then like the anxiety of like not like understanding like how to like do a job because I don't get like communication. Those things are sort of those have been like kind of they've been tough. So it's nice to have some applications under belt. While we're talking about our characters, Amy's one of my all-time favorite characters I've ever written, hence why she's the main character now. I love that name. I hope I'm saying it right. I like the accent. So the accent's making me think it was like Amy's, but hi Walmart Gremlin. We're talking about cheese and milk and job applications, and also we're going to talk about writing quickly because I'm going to log off in a second. Because I think my friend is in my house and I'm in my basement. Me reading over an email I'm about to send for the 10th time because what if I accidentally told them I hate their dog? I do that a lot. I'm really good at like trying to limit the amount of times I check something over, but I do anxiety check things. And then what makes me feel worse is when I find a mistake that it's like, I'm going to spend another 2 hours on this. I'm working on it. Loverboy was meant to just be a spin-off of Topo Hijack My Brain. I love that he did that. I think that's iconic. Felix and Dorothy, not even the main characters of the story series I started for them anymore. I love when they're like the seed that started all, but now there's like, sorry, like the other people are here as well. You have to make room. Yeah, I have a lot of double checking anxiety for sure. Met a person for the first time yesterday and spent 5 minutes trying to pictures of my dogs. They did not mention dog. I brought up my dog. I wouldn't mind. I love dogs, so that's kind of awesome. Basically a Barbie doll with golden retriever energy. Well, that's fun. So real. I've been experiencing that since I moved. Yeah. It took me months also to like adjust, like almost a full year to like really adjust to like no longer being able to access the life I once had. It was really hard for me. I also recently found out that I don't have anxiety attacks. They've been autistic meltdowns the whole time. Autistic anxiety is a struggle. Yeah. I also don't have anxiety attacks either. It's also meltdowns for me as well. And it really affects my sleep. I wake up every day anxious every day. Uh, which is like exhausting. Like I've been waking up earlier than I usually do out of anxiety, which on one hand is nice because I'm waking up earlier, but on the other hand, like I'm suffering. So I'm trying to figure it out, but therapy also doesn't really work well for me, or at least like God bless my last therapist, but I didn't really find any sort of help with it because I struggle to like not mask in therapy either. So it can be hard to find like things that like work in terms of the anxiety. And I'm on medication now, but every other time I've been on medication, it's ended really poorly. So I'm hoping that this time sticks because also I'm older, which is good for like your brain and how it interacts with certain medications. So I need to write a character with my culture. Ooh, because I low-key have never done that. But I need to give them names that make Americans angry. Yeah, I feel that. I haven't written characters with my cultures either. I don't really find it like I don't feel like I don't feel very drawn to. I don't know. Maybe it's because I live in like my life is just so much like I'm so entrenched in it, like being Guyanese or whatever. Like everything about my life is Guyanese. Like I won't talk like it like I won't talk in sort of like Guyanese isms like in my videos or whatever. But like in my real life, I have like I can talk with my accent. I can talk like like with certain slang and things like, and so it's a big part of my life. Anyway, because I mean my parents are immigrants. My grandma's an immigrant. They all lived in this house together, and so um I am not very drawn to writing about my own culture. And part of that when I was younger was like internalized racism, but as an older like adult, like I just am not interested because it's like it's just my life, and also where I live is like very like culturally diverse too. So like I just don't feel like I want to like write about it. I don't know why, because I like experience it every day. Um, so for some reason I'm not so drawn to write about it. I know for some people like that's the opposite. They experience something so much that they want to write about it, but it's not really the same for me. Um, I I feel like there's no protagonist. It just could be anyone. Yeah, I love that. I love that you have that in your stories on the depending on which story within this larger story. Oh my god. My speaking, it just could be anyone depending on the story within this larger series about a group of characters, which is so fun to me. I love that so much too, and something I'm trying to do more with Fostered too, because the same thing happened with Fostered where Reeve was the main character and then like Harrison kind of took over. Then there was like Lennon and then there's Jeremiah. I like thinking of it as also there's no like main person. Unfortunately, I think Harrison won't shut up. So like he's kind of like taking center stage, but I want to make it more kind of like there are many kind of protagonists. Sending you a picture of my dog now, please. Yes, please. Sorry for not being on the recent live streams. I'm sick still and honestly feel like I got ran over. No need to apologize. It's totally fine. We've been talking about a lot of random things on this stream. So realizing anxiety symptoms were just autism, so much easier to recognize it as that, but my life was so hard for so long. I know, right? Yeah, and it's easier for me like the way that you deal with like anxiety with like exposures sometimes can help like the anxiety like the autism anxiety that I experience, but a lot of the times it's almost like the opposite treatments that I think help because a lot of the times I think I have anxiety because I'm not processing something correctly. Like I'll be like I have to get a job, so then the black and white thinking is like I'll never have time to write ever again. Like I'm not processing it like in like a nuanced way. And so then sometimes for the anxiety, I just need someone to like walk me through like, okay, but when that happens, you'll be able to adjust the schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that usually helps. Or walking myself through it. So it kind of feels antithetical to what I know about treating anxiety. So that's why it's kind of hard to deal with because I don't know how to deal with it. Oh, it's a May, probably with an emphasis on the May. A May, maybe a May. I'm trying to emphasize it. She's not the protagonist of the first book. Nice. I love that's a beautiful name. Logging off because Uber prices went down. Well, thank you for coming. I'm gonna log off in a second too, which means I'm ordering an Uber. Okay, thanks for coming, Kiki. It was fun. Torturing myself by writing a book with 7 points of view, and I love stories that don't have a specific main character. I love all my 7 children equally. That's amazing that you can write a 7 point of view story. I don't think I could do that, but I think it's so cool that people can. Ensemble casts are really fun. Yes, I love Modern Family. Modern Family became like such a big special interest of mine that I could like recite so much of it. I could tell you I can't do it now because it's been a while, but I could tell you every like episode, like where a line came from in an episode. I have a whole note of all my favorite lines that made me laugh out loud because I don't usually laugh out loud. I don't find things funny usually. Like that are supposed to be funny. Like, I've gone to comedy shows before and I'm just like, and it's not that it's not funny, it's just like, I don't know, it's not funny to me. So like that's why I made a list in Modern Family because those were so funny. I love Modern Family. It's a good show. Anyways, so off topic. Well, we've been off topic the whole stream, but I just noticed the dog and owl plushies on the bed, and I have the exact same ones in my room, except the sizes are flipped. Oh, this one's name is Winston. I think the owl's name is Winston, which is so funny because my dog's name is Winston. So I was like, Winston, meet your friend Winston. And then this one's a pug, which kind of looks like my dog Winston. I don't know what his name is. I like these a lot for chronic pain. They're really good, but I don't need any more. I think I'm like 3 is enough, like for practical reasons. May have talked about it before. I'm not sure. Do you have like a writer Discord or something? I want to talk to you and the people in here outside of this brains. That would be really fun. I just don't know if I like the responsibility of like being like a responsible person on like a Discord because I have a platform. I feel like I need to have a level of like responsibility for everybody inside of a Discord, which is why I haven't created one, and I probably won't create one because I think that would be a lot of anxiety and stress on me, even though I would love to do it. Yeah, I don't think it would be a good choice for me because I think I have a very, especially for the younger people that watch my channel, first of all, it would have to be an 18 plus space. And also like even like 18, 19-year-old, like 20-year-old, like young people, I would feel very responsible for making sure that everybody's okay. And I don't know if I can handle that responsibility. But there is one, Lindy Jung has a really good one, and I'm sure there's probably a lot of people that kind of cross paths on there. I think she still has it. I hate writing sometimes. I don't feel like I know the characters well enough, like they're stick figures. I totally feel you on this. I struggle so much to write when I feel like I don't know a character, and you're not alone in that. Sometimes it's just like little inching forward, trying to get to know a person. It's totally fine to feel like you don't know a character. They're literally a person. It's like trying to know a person you met on the same day you met them, you know? I usually only focus on one character for one project, but I love having an ensemble to play with. It's like a sitcom friendship group to me, but with more trauma. Yeah, it's like the Hugh Grant British friend group. That's like a thing. I love that. I think it's so fun. And I try to write more like that. I think it's really interesting. I have EDS, a connective tissue disorder, and they're so cozy when I'm having a flare up. Yeah, I think that's yeah, that's so true. Oh yeah, sorry. No, I see this. Sorry, I see your message here. There's no pressure, just curious. People sending. Oh, that's probably on Tumblr. You can send me if you want to message me on Tumblr. Yeah, I just don't think I have the. I would feel nervous to do that. Anyway, yes, like you're saying about the squishmallows, these are the best for me when I'm dealing with like back pain or whatever, neck pain. They're very, very good. The one that my sister made, I talk about all the time, but she made me a very good one that's like quite stiff. It is I use it so much that I ripped it a little and she had to fix it. So yeah, I love that one. The one she made me. They're the best. This one's a bit softer. This one's a like medium and this one's firm. We have all of them, like, and I also use them as like lap desks sometimes, like if I have something on like in front of me. Anyways, recommend looking up the Enneagram. Yeah, some people like the Enneagram. It really helps narrow down character core desires and fears and the strengths and flaws that come along with it. I don't use these things to characterize, but I know some people find them helpful. You can try it. I haven't tried the Enneagram for my characters. I know they're MBTI though. More friendship stuff in Rachel writing. I need to see Jeremiah and his friends. Yeah, I love the friendship groups. I haven't written Angel Face in like a month because I got sucked down like a Sunless Ground rabbit hole, which like I need to write Jeremiah on Sunless Ground. Like I know that he was in it as a cameo, but like I need you as a character because like you're the only person that I care about, Jeremiah. Like, where are you? I have a big calico cat squishmallow that I use as like a side pillow alongside my actual pillows. Yeah, I like having these to like put my arm over when I'm sleeping. They're very nice. They're very comfy, but then they're also multi-purpose. If I get more, then I'm gonna have nowhere to put them. So these are like that's it. These are the only ones I'm gonna have. I only got them for like the functional reasons. Like I got this one when I was in Victoria. This one's like how long ago? It's 2019, 5 years ago. right? Yeah, 5 years ago. And then I got this one when I came back home because I didn't have this one. And then my mom stuffed this in a suitcase for me. I don't know how she managed to bring it back home. Um, always push for more Jeremiah content. Yeah, I know. I want to write with him so bad. Like I've been craving to write with him. I miss him. I need to write like a poem or something. I've written a couple poems. I need to finish that chapbook. That would be nice because then when I write a poem, at least like I can write with him. I don't have anything right now that I'm writing besides like Angel Face, which I'm not working on right now. I'm trying to make that more chill anyway as a project, more fun, more dialogue heavy. I have an IKEA Blahage, and my cats take it over every at night. It's her special little place between me and my girlfriend. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. That's adorable. Use the Enneagram as more of a frame of reference to help keep the characters consistent and believable. But I expand on it and make it expand on it to make them their own. I'm sorry, I butchered that. Yeah, that's so true. I think using it as a jumping off point. I just don't use them because like I find it very hard to use like attribute stuff. Like it's the same reason like I struggle with like astrology too. To like start, like I don't really get it so much, so that's why I kind of start and then I find it and then I come back, more like as like a bonus thing to know about. Write something Ramaya coded. Okay, I'll write a poem. How about that? I will write the poem about when they meet. Okay, I'll write the poem. I'll send it to you. Okay, this weekend. I'll write a poem. That'll be so fun. What? Want an IKEA bear so bad. I can't remember what it's called, but you know the one. IKEA bear. Like an IKEA. So cute. It looks like my dog. It looks like Winston. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say it. Jungle Skog? Dungle Skog? Oh my god, it's so cute. Oh, it's so perfect. It looks like Winston. I need it. Oh my god, there's an IKEA thing near me. I need to go. Okay. I can go. I'm gonna go. Do they have it? I'm gonna find. How much is it? Let's find. $39.99. Okay, you know what? I don't know if I wanted that much. But it's really cute. In store. Check in store stock. Okay. Let's see. Downtown. Okay, fine. Fine. Maybe. It's so cute though. Oh, it looks so cozy. Is it big? It kind of looked big. IKEA bear. Where are the product details? Measurements. 100 centimeters. It's giant. It's giant. Would get Jeremiah a jungle squad. I don't know how to say it. I'm so sorry. It's so cute, and Jeremiah would love that. You could see that in his room. When did they invent it? Because if it was 2005, he has one. It's so cute. Okay, for $39.99 and it's giant, that's not bad. Maybe I'll buy it for my sister, and then like, because if I buy it for my sister, I won't feel bad about buying it. Playlist of sermons on YouTube called Me, Myself, and Why. It covers every type of Enneagrams and lists 20 scenarios for each. I wrote them down and answered them for each character. That's interesting. I think for new characters, that could be really cool when you're creating a new character. Okay, I'm gonna log off. It's been a lot of talking, and I have to go say hi. But it was nice talking to you guys, and I'll see you next week because I'm still unemployed. So love you. Okay. See you on Tumblr too, because I'm gonna start writing. So I'll be there. Stein says I went. Sorry, 2 comments. I went to my favorite bookstore. They had an entire table dedicated to Moomins. What's a Moomin? Hold on. Then I'm gonna log off. Hold on. I need to look off the Moomin. Oh, I know what that is. I didn't know the name. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, I love it. Anyways, yes, and I do love This For Us. 2005 for some reason. I don't know. It was a year. Anyways, thanks for coming. Yes, bye. And I will. If I see the Jungle Skog, I need to see it and I need to buy it. I need to own it. Maybe I'll buy it for Sarah. Okay, bye. I'm gonna sit here while the stream ends. Yes, I love talking about milk with YouTube reads. Thank you for coming. Okay, bye guys. See you next week. Hopefully, bye. Okay, bye.